Welcome everyone. So somehow I ended up in a Battlegrounds tournament, and I haven't done a tournament in a while. So we'll go down this journey. I think it's double elimination, so we'll see how far I get along. Alright, this is going to be round one. And round one I'm matched against Nathan. Who, fun fact, we were actually met Nathan like in my earlier days of this game, and so we've been in a couple of alliances together. Cool guy. And he was actually the one who introduced me to the tournament they have going on. So luck of the draw, two friends meet, but here we go. Alright. I don't know if you guys can hear that siren or not, but anyway. This meta, Hazard Shift meta, I'm getting rid of champions. I'm getting rid of his Silk. I'm going to get rid of Screams. She's R3. I think she has easy access to debuffs. And I'm going to get rid of Count. I don't really remember my reasoning why getting rid of Count over Medusa looking back at it. But these are the three bans I'm going with. Silk is a very powerful decay attacker. Here I'm just scrolling through the notes again. And okay, round one, I'm grabbing Luke Cage. He's literally one of my go-tos for nearly any fight last year. He's like one of my favorite decay attackers, one of my favorite science 7 stars to use. So it's like, if I'm unsure of a defender, they're not debuff immune, I'm gonna throw Luke in there. Alright, so he grabs Kingpin and Korg. I'm gonna grab Enchantress. She's mainly for defense. And grab Deathly Shield. This will be another decay tactic attacker option, and she has easy access to debuffs, so even if a champion is not a sugar pill defender, it's easy for her to stack debuffs and not be affected by the hazard shift nodes. Now I do see a Sinister and Ironheart. This round I'm gonna grab an Onslaught, very great 2A champion, plus he has 2 skill champions if need be. Grab Warlock because he barely has any tactic attackers, and Warlock's, pretty annoying tactic defender. And even if you do have tactic attackers, if he gets the infection and the debuffs rolling, he can still power drain you, which can be annoying and prolong the fight a bit. Grabbing Maestro because the only real threat counter I see at the moment to him is Sinister. And I think I might grab Purgatory. Okay, I grab Jack. Jack just in case, Sinister does end up on defense. So if not, I have another tactic defender to throw down. And he grabs Serpent, which kind of crushes my Warlock Jack on defense. But, if I wanted to draw out Serpent, I could still throw down Warlock. So to begin, we're going to throw Enchantress on defense. Very annoying defender. And I don't see any prominent attackers that he has for her. Throws down Penny. I'm gonna throw down Maestro since he is both immune to both the incinerating poison. Alright. This fight will be a pretty, I guess you can say a pretty typical Penny fight. You just attack, hit her shield to weaken it so you can deal damage. Right now, I'm mostly focusing on ending my combos with medium attacks with Maestro to increase whatever the meter is. Either once I have 3 buffs or 3 passives is when I plan to throw the special 2, which should be close to about now. So I gain 3 fury, and as you can see, the damages, those are pretty potent. Now the goal is just to spam SP1. Right there I learned Maestro does take the power burn damage, but she has no charges, so I'm not expecting to get power burn and auto block. And we do. Unfortunately, I pushed her to SP3. We got auto block and power burn. I was planning to just combo SP1 and end the fight. So I lost a ton of unnecessary health. And I felt like if I would have just went to SP1, that would have been the end of that. But okay, well, we still managed to pull through. Sinister is great for this meta, but Enchantress can definitely be annoying, so I'm glad that she worked out. Because after taking that special 3 of Maestro, I can't lie, you get a little antsy and nervous, like, oh, I lost a ton of points for no reason. Alright, so next round he places Korg. I think here I might throw Warlock. Yeah, so I threw Warlock. And this just hopes to bait out Serpent, which works. And like I said, Luke is my man for this meta. Because of how the decay works, as long as I have the debuffs, I won't take the damage back from Korg. And Luke can place debuffs fast enough to a point where I'm not really worried about Korg shrugging them off. Although I probably should have been there, but hey, we're awake and indestructible. And now that I do have 5 debuffs, I don't have to worry about the Rock Thorn damage from doing medium attacks, as you can see. Lefty. And I'm actually curious, I'm not running High Tier War anymore, so I'm not sure if the slow is supposed to even apply. Or if that's just the slow, it normally doesn't work with class disadvantage, but I'm not sure if that's a bug or not. But hey, we're not gonna complain. We're not taking any damage. So the goal is here, just spam light attacks, throw in the heavies here and there, and SP2 back to back. And I should have just parried there and that would have ended the fight. So I wasted a few seconds, but Luke came through. So this tournament is best 2 out of 3 for the rounds right now. I'm not sure if that would change to 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 7 as we get further along. So we'll see. You guys are on this journey with me. And Luke Cage clutched that round for me. Did a little GG salute. And now we get ready for round 2. Alright, so here we are for round 2. I'm gonna stick to the same bands. I don't see a reason to change them. Okay, I didn't bother with Medusa since she's R2 compared to Scream being R3. And this time he banned my Luke, which was like, that's a very hurtful blow. Like, I really enjoy Luke, and here he goes. Like, no, you can't have your Luke. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my own Sinister and Sentinel. Both of these champions I can use them on offense or defense, and Sentinel is tactic, so I banned basically a chunk of his tactic attacker, so I don't expect him to have many to counter Sentinel, and even if he does, he can't extend the fight. I get Photon as a counter to Kindred. Onslaught is just a very nice dual threat. Like, for instance, if he does get Bullseye, sure, I can throw Onslaught or Sinister. I'm not sure what I was going to do there, but he doesn't go Bullseye, he goes Photon, which is also cool because Onslaught can counter her miss after he gets one of his neural shots, I think they're called. Grab Serpent and things primarily for defense is meta, and Serpent, great tactic attacker and phenomenal defender. Not many counters when it comes to Hazard Shift. He gets to Penny Parker again. And I think maybe I go Warlock here. Yeah, I'm like, if he does throw Sinister on defense, I can throw Warlock. If not, hey, we can throw Warlock on attack. The only tactic attacker he has is Photon. Who do I throw down round 1? Okay, there we go. So this is a ploy to draw out his Photon. If not, I feel pretty confident about Warlock taking out whoever he does throw on defense. So he does throw Photon, so more than likely I throw my Photon. No, I don't. I save her for Kindred. So we're going to Onslaught. And he takes He has a 150% resistance to incinerate, so those will heal me. Plus, they will rack up the amount of neuro shots they apply. Try to delay the parry so we can get an actual longer pause on my neuros. And that time it finally did work out. So I had to pause and remember I can't attack during the poison phase because Onslaught will take the poison damage, and I did not mean to gain the buff. I held the heavy a little too long. And that was a panic, as you can see. But there we timed the heavy to pause the stun even longer, or pause our neuros and our a bit longer. I just noticed I was in the poison phase, so I'm like, let me chill out for a minute. And at this point, I felt like I've been in the fight too long, so we'll just YOLO it and see how it goes. My confidence level kind of wavered a bit, but like I said, Warlock, he at least has his power draining abilities, and you know, things, him being a tactic defender, things do go wrong. He has a chance to go unstoppable and launch a combo, so hopefully something like that happened. And we managed to secure round 1. And of course there'll be that background noise. I'm near a hospital right now, so yeah. At least while I'm doing this voiceover. Alright. So we throw Sentinel on defense. He doesn't have any tactic attackers. Sinister will be useless, so Kingpin looks like the only decent option. But I'm hoping with how tanky and the physical resistance I gave him, he can stall things out a bit. He threw Warlock on defense, but I do have Serpent for offense, and since this is a tactic defender, Serpent is very solid for offense in this matchup. Not getting any crits along right now though, but hey, the goal is just to spam SP2 into his block, throw him down so he can bait out the SP2, and there we go, first special 2 into his block, and did decent, but not as much. Just went on and blocked the SP2. Now, I did not mean to get hit by the first hit of that. It did catch me off guard. And I went for the heavy just to get my unstoppable up. I couldn't throw the SP2 into his block, so yeah, we're just gonna hit him with it. And since I'm infected, I can't willpower heal, but one more SP2 should do it. Not my cleanest Serpent Warlock fight, but it worked out. So, and luckily Sentinel did what he needed to do. Don't know, maybe he went to special 3 and came out a whole new Sentinel, but either way, that was a good game, Nathan. So I secured my first win with that one, and oh, you know, we're feeling pretty good. Palms were sweaty, knees were weak, but hey, we made it on to round 2. So I'll catch you all then. Peace.
Say goodbye to what we had. The good times that made us laugh outweigh the past. I thought we'd get to